Um, Next thing to kind of qualify is how much are you comfortable showing, and this is something that I kind of I would suggest like really thinking about, and you can kind of be pretty flexible on this. Like, there's girls out there who only want to show their feet, guys out there who only want to show their feet as well. I've come across that a couple of times now, where there's other creators who only are willing to go as far as doing like topless content. And that's absolutely fine. I think that you should like establish your boundaries prior to kind of going into this. But what we do often find is most creators will end up kind of expanding their boundaries as they go further into this, as they kind of get a bit more comfortable. For example, a lot of creators will come on saying they're only happy to do topless content, and then that kind of gives an exclusivity feel to like the fully nude content and so the customers are going to be requesting, can we, like, they'll be offering pretty high amounts of money just for nude pictures and short videos and so on. So the more exclusive you make your nudity, the higher the value of that perceived content is. So there's quite an interesting strategy that we often see with streamers. If they join us, they often say they're only happy to start off by selling topless content, for example. That's like as far as they will go. And then if they are comfortable to do it after about 3 months, when they see the type of money that's being offered to them to sell some of this content, they often change their minds, and we will end up doing like a big launch where we sell like the fully nude content, which these customers have been chasing after for months. So we're able to attach a very nice price tag to it. Next thing to establish is how many hours are you willing to work per day. So this is a pretty, at least for like the strategies that we're doing currently, I think a lot of models kind of underestimate how much work there is that goes into managing an OnlyFans page, particularly when like if they're kind of just starting out, if it's very early stages. Unfortunately, it's not a case of like you can take your top off and you'll be earning 30K per month anymore. Like maybe during a couple of years ago during COVID, when it wasn't quite so competitive, you stood a better chance of achieving something like that. Nowadays, OnlyFans is hyper competitive. It's important to understand that. If you just go onto Reddit, onto any of these like adult subreddits, you're going to see the competition between these different girls, and how many people are trying to promote their OnlyFans profiles. If you go onto TikTok, you'll see the exact same thing. It's very competitive now, which means that we have to really put in the work on creating the content. So currently with most creators that we work with, we try to have like a base level of 6 hours per day working time. And that time for our creators is solely focused on creating content. So as an agency, we will handle everything else in terms of chatting to the client, in terms of distributing the content, in terms of creating the social media accounts, in terms of the accounting, dealing with any leaked content, custom requests our team will handle and then send over to the creator. But of course, that does still have to be handled by the creator. And any other aspect of management that isn't related to content is handled by our own team. And so we try to give our creators like 6 hours per day. That is our like set time that we want them, and that is solely focused on creating content. So if you're going to be managing everything yourself, you're going to have to factor in, you either work less hours creating content, spending time managing the other parts of the business as well. And that is the thing that you'll notice I said business there. OnlyFans is a business, and it needs to be treated as such. Like, I've been running companies for like 10 years now, with up to like 130 employees in my last company, which I sold. OnlyFans needs to be treated as a business. You shouldn't be looking at it as, if you want to be making serious money anyway, if you're happy with like a couple of $1,000 shooting pictures from your bedroom and replying to all the messages yourself, that is definitely possible. If you want to be hitting like the serious numbers, OnlyFans needs to be treated as a business, needs to be taken very seriously. For each of our creators, we have about 8 to 12 employees, depending on the size of the creator. There will be people managing the inbox. It will be the account manager of the OnlyFans creator. And then it will be social media marketers who are creating accounts, who are uploading TikToks, who are dealing with Instagram Reels and so on, who are creating dating apps and so on. And so it is literally a business. We also have an accounting team, although that's not limited to one particular creator. And we also have a lawyer who specifically handles with DMCA takedowns or content leaks. Whenever there's leaked content, they will send a takedown letter to the website, or initiate one with Google to make sure that leaked content is removed from the public web.